Kansas State shocks Rutgers, and the mighty Big Ten loses to the Big 12. This is Locked On Big 12.
You are Locked On Big 12, your daily podcast on the Big 12 Conference, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into Locked On Big 12. I'm Drake Toll from America's #1 Big 12 podcast, Locked On Big 12. Thank you for making this show your first listen every single day. Rutgers quarterback, 14 for 32. The kid had a ton of consonants in his last name. Kaliakamanis, I think. The rushing attack, 36 carries and could muster 164 yards off 36 carries. Facing a Kansas State team that had 347 yards on the ground, 8.3 yards per rush. A quarterback who throws for 195 and 3 touchdowns. This was, despite the score, domination. If you hit subscribe, I get to keep my job. What? Domination? There's no way. There were points in this game where Rutgers had a shoe-in to go win against Kansas State. And for the Kansas State Wildcats, they couldn't do jack squat. At one point, it's a 95% chance, 34-17, 95% chance for Rutgers to win. But I thought from that first drive where Chris Tennant knocks in a 29-yard field goal, oh, shoot. I should go to FanDuel and double down my bet. I should live bet because Kansas State is dominating the line of scrimmage. As much as Rutgers is an advantageous football team, meaning they take advantage of the opportunities given to them. As much as Rutgers can be frustrating because you think, oh, shoot, Greg Schiano, good coach. Rutgers, to shoot you straight, good football team. I'm tired of the rhetoric that a Purdue in an on year or a Rutgers or a Maryland in an on year is just not very good. This is still a Big Ten team that a Big 12 squad went and beat. That Big 12 squad being Kansas State, who struggled down the stretch, lost 3 of 4 there late, and you thought, oh, shoot, are they going to have enough momentum, enough juice to go beat Rutgers? They did. Not only did they, but they got down 30, but they said, hey, do you want a 17-point head start? You can have it. We will still go find a way in the end to beat you. And we'll do it with players who have not opted out of the bowl game. And we understand most of Rutgers has not opted out of this bowl game. But for Avery Johnson, who was someone predicted to win the Heisman Trophy by New York Post preseason. He's going to play this game, and he's going to do enough to facilitate a win for Kansas State. What I do believe has been proven, one, middle-of-the-pack Big 10 is not that close to middle-of-the-pack Big 12. Again, if you watch this, I do believe if you're a Kansas State fan and you watch this, you know the Wildcats pretty much dominated this game. If you're a Rutgers fan, you feel like, well, shoot, we were advantageous, took advantage of the opportunities, but outplayed overall by Kansas State. The preseason Heisman Trophy candidate, Avery Johnson, 195, 3 touchdowns, did enough. And then from there, Dylan Edwards, the transfer, 18 carries. That's all. 18 carries. Not a ton. Avery Johnson had 11. Avery Johnson had 11 carries for 57 yards, 5.2 yards per carry. That's pretty good. Dylan Edwards, 18 carries, only 7 more. Avery Johnson, 11 for 57 yards. Dylan Edwards, 18 for 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 65 yards. Jace Brown, 5 receptions, 60 yards. A touchdown catch from Joe Jackson, who also, by the way, went 7 carries for 50 yards today. Do it all, baby. Dylan Edwards, 2 receptions, 27 yards, a touchdown, 3 total touchdowns on the day. That's it. Oh, no DJ Giddens. I don't know if Kansas State's going to be themselves. Could they be able to pull off a win against the Rutgers team? It's so good. I'll give it to you again. Greg Schiano has this school, this program in the right spot. But Chris Kleiman in Kansas State went out tonight, and said, look, I don't care if you're middle of the pack Big 12. No matter what the score is, we're going to go win a football game. Second half, 27-14, Kansas State on top of Rutgers. And this would have been a bigger blowout if Kansas State didn't go for two. Down by, it was pitiful, down by 9. All you got to do is kick an extra point, and Kansas State said, nope, we're going for 2. And that threw the entire score for a loop pretty much from jumping this game. But still, what I learned here, 14 for 32. That was the opposing quarterback. 18 for 113. Opposing running back Raymond, who was good. They were good players. The Ian Strong kid, the Rutgers receiver, 105 on 5 receptions. Good. But what I learned is that it doesn't matter what the final score is. You can watch it, line of scrimmage. You can watch it, special teams, and just see one school dominate. You can see one portion of the field dominate. And that was the case for Kansas State. Drive 1. Line of scrimmage was going to be the Wildcats. From there, I knew. That's it. That's all I need to see. It's all I need to see. The Wildcats. That's what it took. Dominate line of scrimmage, come back, toy with them. Wave a win in their face. Oh, want to win it? Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. That's what you did. I'm fine with it. Big 12 is 1-0 against the Big 10 in the bowl season. What does that mean? This is Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. The NFL playoffs are almost here, but it's not too late to get in on the regular season action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can finish the season strong with $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Right now, new customers can finish the season with $200. That's right, $250 actually in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. FanDuel has so many ways for you to pick up a W. Which player will score a touchdown? Derrick Henry or Joe Burrow running the football or Saquon Barkley? And how many points will each team score? So much more. All of that can be bet on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your chance at $250 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Visit FanDuel today. Again, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. That'll do it. Kansas State wins. Dominate may be a strong word for you, but it works for me because I watched the game and I just didn't ever think Kansas State deserved to be down. This has been, it always will be, Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.